Revelation chapter 11. This is where we originally started. This is all about the two witnesses. We looked at verse 6. We uncovered that verse 6 was an assemblage of these false nations. The witness that they are witnessing upon the world is all of this that we see here. And of course, we looked at the techniques in which they're using to achieve this smiting of the earth, this global smiting of the earth. Now, they see themselves as this witness, my friends. Trust it. Now, number 5, this is going to be about the other witness, that candlestick or lampstand. And if any man will hurt them, fire proceedeth out of their mouth, and devoureth their enemies. And if any man will hurt them, he must in this manner be killed. Now, the first clue is in this instance is that we have fire which is proceeding out of their mouth. Now, I've already showed you this before, and we are going to look at verse 18 of the trumpets, of the 5th trumpet here. Okay, this is chapter 9 of Revelation, the 5th trumpet. Watch this. By these 3 was the third part of men killed, by the fire, by the smoke, and by the brimstone, which issued out of their mouths. Now, these locusts we've already revealed. Now, that's who's breathing this fire, smoke, and brimstone. It's the locust. We've revealed over and over and over again. If you don't believe me now, you have to go back and look at the other videos. This is their doctrine, okay? It is that strong delusion. It is that strong delusion that they might believe a lie. That lie is doctrine, okay? It's what enters into men's heads. It enters into their conscience and sears it. That's their minds. A doctrine does that, okay? So we see here that these locusts are breathing the very same fire to hurt and kill men out of their mouths. And we know that these locusts are not good, that they are representative of the false doctrine, okay, which is being representative of fire, the doctrine of hell. Now, I'm telling you, Christ's word is considered water. It is certainly not considered the doctrines of hell. So that's the first understanding that we have, is that we've got a greater comparison to the Antichrist, which is Leviathan in Job chapter 41. You're going to find there that the same fire, smoke, and brimstone is coming out of his mouth. And then now the locusts, which are given power by the Antichrist, they have fire, smoke, and brimstone coming out of their mouth. Now, this verse 5 is a reflection of that fire, which is that very same doctrine. This doctrine is going to be built upon the scriptural word. Now, like I said, there's 2 forms to see this word. There's one way to see it for us, and then there's the way that they see it, which is for them. Okay? And that's why there's so much confusion out there. So now we understand. Now, where does this come from? Where does this all come from, and how is it going to tie us up with what we've been talking about so far? All right, well, in that video series I did entitled War of the Words, we talked about Revelation 8:10, okay? And I showed you, and I want you to go back in that series, and if you haven't seen it, check it out again, and it's going to connect more information here. Let's look at Revelation 8:10. And the third angel sounded, and there fell a great star from heaven, burning as it were a lamp. And it fell upon the third part of the rivers and upon the fountains of the waters. Now, this is it. This is where we get the beginning of that false witness, that fire that is entered in to the waters of life. And I'm going to explain this to you quite well. I want you to recognize this word right here, lamp. Burning as it were a lamp. Now remember, we're talking about the second false witness, which is a lampstand or a candlestick. I'll be back.